And with that, I hand over to you to tell us how to do that, Eve.
How to be diamond hands. Really, you just got to block out the noise. You just got to, honestly, it's tough because there is so much noise. There's people talking about how much money they made this week flipping this or that NFT, or people showing off their mutants or whatever they bought and it's at a 14 ETH floor. So that makes it tough to hold on to these projects that haven't really moved since you minted it or since you bought in on the secondary or whatever. But you have to have conviction behind that and block out that noise and just trust that the team that you've hopefully looked into is going to deliver on their project, right? Like you're choosing, you should be choosing the art because you like the art and you're okay with holding on to it, or that it has some sort of utility that is important to you. And a perfect example of that for me is I just want to show off one of the ones that I hold. I'm involved in this project called Lost Boys NFT. And I bought off the secondary. I didn't get in on the mint, but their main focus is mental health. Their Discord is a great place for anyone searching for help with their mental health, looking for a community, looking for friends, whatever. So that was honestly what drew me to this. And then I just got sucked in and I was involved in the community before I even bought one. And then I just decided, hey, I'm going to buy one. And I picked up this guy. So this is my Lost Boy. And I'm happy
Wow,
to.
he's cool.
Yeah, so they have cool moving background. They actually have music to it. I'll play the music too. Um,
And do you own the rights to the music also?
yeah, so that's all part of it as well. So I have the rights to my Lost Boy, to my moving background, and to that music. And then there's even more like that. It's gonna be hard for me to to get it all into one video here because of everything that they're delivering, right? Like that's why I stuck with the project because the community was great. That's awesome, but they're delivering on every single piece of their roadmap. And at one point, the floor was below zero point zero 0.01. I was
Ooh.
looking
And
at
what did you buy in at?
I bought mine at 0.04. And
Wow.
I was looking at honestly getting a second at one point, but gas was ridiculous. I looked at one, it was 0.006, I think, something like that. So
Ooh.
super cheap, like $30. But the
Ooh.
gas was through the roof. It was going to be $300, so I couldn't justify it. But again, I didn't care about that floor price. The team doesn't care about the floor price. They are just focused on delivering their roadmap, and they've done it, and it's shown in the floor price. The floor price is now 0.08, 0.079. So yeah, like I could
Yeah, and
sell
you
right
said that,
now. I could sell right now and I'd be in profits on this thing, but I don't plan on doing that. Right?
so we spoke in the introduction about red flags. One of the
Yeah.
big red flags for me now that I'm more seasoned in the space is when projects are obsessed with floor price,
Mm-hmm.
and when they're using measures to artificially inflate the floor price. So
Yeah.
I used to think it was a positive in my early days. I really did. But now when I see on the roadmap one of the deliverables is to be buying up the floor, that is a big warning sign for me because it means that they feeling that the floor's going to be under the mint price and they're going to need to do that, number
Yeah.
one. And number two, like you said, if you have a plan, a long-term plan, and it takes time to set things up, things don't happen overnight, and you got a good team that's focused on that plan, then temporarily, who cares what it does? Because long term, it is going to deliver. It will. And
Exactly.
when it does, it's going to go through the roof. So it's
And for
interesting you
me
said that.
and for me personally as well, the utility that this NFT delivers is one that I want to have for life. I don't plan on flipping this thing. I want to be part of the Lost Boy community and benefit from the things they're delivering. And yeah, I think it's great. On the other side of things, I do have some buys that didn't work out for me, and I've kind of been forced to be diamond handed. So that goes into the category of I invested money that I was willing to lose. Right? Like this project, I was trying to get in on the mint. The mint was hyped. It was insane. I couldn't mint one. My transactions kept failing. And then I was watching the secondary market, like trying to find a price I could get in at. And if I had known your tools, I could have known that this thing was slowly coming down and well, not slowly, fairly quickly coming down. And I bought in at like 0.05 or something. But if you look at the transactions on that one, give me a second, I'll pull that one up before I share my screen. Again, I bought into this because I did my research. I thought it was a great project, and it still is. Like the team hasn't gone
And
anywhere.
it might still deliver. You never know. It might
Exactly.
not, and that's why we say the space is risky. But
Yeah.
it might still deliver. I mean, there's
But
projects
the
that
team
I've
hasn't
sold.
gone anywhere. They're still working hard and they're still delivering, even though honestly every single day I go into the Discord and I just see what's going on. There's people coming in every day just to bash the project, just to say that they're disappointed in it, whatever. And the team is still there, like, well, sorry you feel that way, but we're still working on it. We haven't gone anywhere, like, and they're delivering too. So let me just pull this up quickly. It's a tiny paw, so they had a really great burning mechanism, like a trading mechanism. So you could collect 3 of these guys, trade them in, and you would get a one-off unique tiny paw. And I thought with the fact that it looks cute, it's kind of like the Hello Kitty. People are going to be wanting these things for sure. It's deflationary. People are going to be buying them up to burn and get their limited edition ones. This is a no-brainer. I can hold this for a little bit and maybe flip it. So you can see the price. Originally, it was minted. They minted for 0.06, I think. Listed for 0.21, and it sold at 0.21. And then this guy kept listing it 0.29, 0.055, 0.052, and then that's when I bought it. So again, I've been holding this thing for 3 months. The floor price on these guys is pretty dismal, 0.01. That's up, to be honest, from what it has been at. But again, this team is still working. They haven't gone anywhere. Just want to show what they're working on quickly because I think it's really cool. They've listened to the community and they've pivoted away from the trade series just being specific styles, and they did like a horror film version where you would get your cat would look like Chucky or something. The community was screaming for cyber paws. They wanted a cyber paw. So they listened, and for the last 2-3 months they've been working on this new trade system, an entire new staking system. So like, again, I keep saying it, but the team is still working, and as long as the team's still working on it, there's still hope. So I just want to
Yeah,
play this
for
quick so
sure.
you get a look. It's kind of cool. It got me hyped for being a holder. So a lot of stuff going on here. So it's pretty
And
cool. Like they've introduced this entire ecosystem of staking your NFTs to earn their token. That token is used to upgrade your cyberpaw. Like the stuff, the work going into this project is actually really unbelievable. And the technology, they like the trading mechanic they've come up with, like it is really impressive. Just unfortunately for them, it just
And it
didn't
could have
take
been
off.
timing. Could have been
Yeah.
timing with gas. That's
Yeah.
why I say the team is so important. And even when we covered the whitelist yesterday as one of our hype projects, I mentioned how bullish it was for me that the guys involved had been very successful in their careers. So, Jordan was an NFL player, a very successful one, and in the end of the day, the determination of the team is a huge thing, the head team. Because if
Mhm.
they say, look, we're in this forever, we'll ride it all the way up or all the way down, we're not going anywhere. And if they're capable guys with that feeling, then it's going to do well in the long term. Another example of that, in my opinion, one that I hold, was Space Punks.
Mhm.
So Space Punks are bought into high at like 0.3, 0.4. And I've held them all the way, haven't sold any. They're now 0.13, and that's, as you say, up. They were as low as 0.09, 0.09. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were as low as about 0.09. But again, I know the team, I know what they're working on. They communicate to me, to the community, not just me, what they're working on, what they've got planned. And, I'm happy to hold. I believe in the project long term. So I do think a big thing in both of in a long term investing is don't worry too much about the floor price, and you don't need to be, because if you've done your research properly, then it will get there.